What is operant conditioning for dog leash reactivity training? Imagine walking down the street and your dog suddenly pulls, barks, or lunges at another dog or person. It can be stressful, but there is a way to change that behavior. Operant conditioning is a method used by trainers to help dogs learn new habits by understanding the connection between their actions and what happens afterward. This approach is especially useful for leash reactivity and aggressive behaviors. Operant conditioning teaches dogs that their behaviors have consequences. If a dog lunges at a trigger and gets a negative response, like a correction, they learn to avoid that action. On the other hand, if they perform a calm behavior and receive a treat or praise, they are more likely to repeat it. This cause-and-effect relationship is the core of operant conditioning. It helps dogs understand what they should do instead of reacting aggressively. There are four main ways trainers use this method. The first is positive reinforcement, which adds something the dog enjoys like treats or praise when they do the right thing. For example, if your dog looks away from a trigger and focuses on you, you reward that behavior immediately. The second is negative reinforcement, which involves removing something unpleasant. If your dog pulls on the leash and then the pressure eases when they stop pulling, they learn that calm walking results in relief. Positive punishment is when an unpleasant stimulus, like a verbal correction, is added to discourage unwanted reactions. Negative punishment means taking away something the dog likes, such as stopping movement when they lunge, so they learn that aggressive behavior leads to no progress. When working with leash reactive dogs, trainers often focus on teaching alternative behaviors that compete with reactivity. Skills like find it, touch, or look at me help redirect the dog's attention from triggers to the handler. The goal is to change how the dog feels about triggers, shifting from fear or excitement to calm focus. This emotional change reduces reactive responses over time. Trainers start in low distraction areas, teaching the dog to perform these behaviors reliably. As the dog improves, mild versions of the triggers are introduced at a distance where the dog can still focus and earn rewards. Timing is key in operant conditioning. When the dog makes the right choice, like looking at you instead of reacting, you mark that moment with a click or a word like, yes, and immediately give a treat. This helps the dog understand exactly what behavior is rewarded. Over time, the dog begins to associate seeing the trigger with choosing to stay calm and focus on you because that choice leads to positive outcomes. Different dogs respond better to different methods within operant conditioning. Some thrive with mostly treats and praise, while others benefit from a mix of reinforcement and gentle corrections. A good trainer will assess your dog's temperament and motivation to decide the best approach. The real strength of this method is that it addresses the root of reactive behaviors by changing the dog's learned associations and emotional responses. Instead of just stopping the behavior temporarily, it creates lasting change that can carry over into many situations.